Okay, I'm live. So I'm just testing out some stuff to see. I've just downloaded iOS 13.4 and it's got trackpad support. It already had keyboard support. I'm wondering if this might be a viable way to do live streams every once in a while. I don't like the video quality quite as much as I do my Logitech C920, but uh, whatever. This works in a pinch and actually seems to be working pretty well in a pinch. Um, the camera's right here, which is weird. It's not up top, so I'm having a hard time with knowing where I'm supposed to look. Burn Guru's on, so hey, Burn. Again, I'm deleting this later, just so you guys know if you're joining me right now. This is not going to be up for very long. This is me testing out some technology. I'm curious to see how it sounds and how it looks. I'm using my AirPods to transmit the audio and stuff, so I'm curious to see how it sounds and how it looks and see how it compares to um, how I usually live stream videos. This might be a nice in a pinch. Can't bring my whole computer set up and camera and plug everything in and all that kind of stuff. This might just be a quick boom, set it up way of doing things. We get some comments. Some people are hopping on. Gee whiz. All right. I was not expecting this. Burns flying to Japan. Hey, be safe. Best of luck. Safe travels. I hope that you make it there, well rested. I know it's a long flight. So, congratulations. I knew that you would be able to go. I know we've been talking about that for months now, and I'm really excited for you to be uh, fulfilling the dream that you have. So wonderful. Great job. And yeah, you're going to have to drop us a line whenever you get to Japan. Elizabeth's on. Justin is on. S. Miller's on. Don's here. Great. Wow, you guys just popped right on. I guess you're all bored. Want to come and see what I'm talking about. This is not, again, not a normal live stream. I'm not going to be on for very long, only for a few minutes. This is just for me to test connectivity and latency and audio and the trackpad and how this kind of interface works. So that's what I'm really working on right now, is just to kind of test all of that. Something I am noticing is that I'm staying in focus a lot better. I don't like how much grain there is in the video. I mean, I've got pretty good light here, but it seems pretty darn grainy to me. I don't like that. But besides that, looks like it's working out okay. Also don't like the angle that I'm looking at because I'm screwing with my neck a lot, but um, it seems like it's working okay. Audio is a tiny bit choppy. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys have any feedback for how this is coming in versus my normal live streams, I'd love your thoughts. I was trying to do this on Facebook, and Facebook, I just for the life of me, I cannot get a video to work, and I don't know why. So it's not great, but um, yeah, I thought, well, heck, well, do a lot on YouTube, so I know how to use that system, and I'm pretty sure that'll work. So I want to bring up to you guys too. I'm thinking about doing some other stuff. I've shot the video for this week. I was planning on trying to do an interview with a good friend of mine for this week's episode, but it looks like we're just running out of time. We keep missing each other. He's got responsibilities and duties to his family. I to mine. Have not been able to find a time that seems to sync up or work. So I was like, well, okay, I that's not going to happen, or I can't count on that happening. They were quickly approaching Thursday, so I was going to go, hey, let's just do this. So this week, little preview for those of you who joined in. I'm going to be talking about the Hofzinser top change. That's this week's video, and with a little twist, kind of a different set or theme. I guess I don't know what there is. A little different this week. You'll see what I mean whenever you see the video on Thursday. Um, for those patrons of mine, if any of you are on, Don is. You've already have access to the video. That's one of the cool features of being a patron, is that as soon as I'm done with the video, it goes up, and that's even before I do a thumbnail or do any of the text and all that stuff. The second the video goes up, you get to see it. You also get to see bloopers from episodes, and man, do I have one from this episode. So yeah, for anybody hanging on the fence and wanting to see that other stuff on Patreon, that's there. Uh, using my trackpad, this is usually what I use whenever I have my computer plugged into a dock, and I use my large computer screen and can just kind of work everything a little bit easier. But uh, finally, Apple, in their infinite wisdom, decided to add this support to iPads, and so it's made this much more usable uh, kind of computer replacement in a lot of ways. With all the stuff they've done with the files, and now with the support for the trackpad, um, it's coming along. I've got I don't have the top of the line iPad. I have an iPad 6 from 2018. It was my Father's Day present, and what a Father's Day present. But you know, it's not like the iPad Pro or something. I've been just Googling over those, going, wow, that's so fancy, so cool. But I'm not, you know, I'm not in any position to buy one for quite a while. I'd have to say that that's going to be my main computer if I decide to move to that. We got a couple of comments here that I just ramble, of course, so I want to go back and check all of them. Burn Grew says, I'm studying, got to take an online test before going to Japan. Whew, yay, tests. Those are fun. Justin says, that's what quarantine means, I guess. Oh, yeah, being bored. Yeah. I think everybody's really bored. Don asked me if I'm still planning on doing the close-up show. If you guys don't know, I don't know how many of you watching have seen it or know, but I did a 34, 35-minute video on Facebook, a live stream magic show. And there are some things I'd like to improve on it. It was pretty good. The turnout was great. I think it's had over 1,000 views on that, so that was pretty big. People came in and were wonderful and had donated into me, which helped a lot. Any cash flow right now is good cash flow, but there's some things that under watching it again, and well, I was realizing these things as I was doing it, going, wow, I really didn't think this through very well, or there should have been a dry run and a rehearsal before I just turned on the camera. I thought I had it all figured out in my head, but I did not. And let that be a lesson to anybody watching. Rehearse for real. Set up the scenario as real as you can, and then do it, because it will teach you a lot about what you need to fix before you actually get to the real thing. I am planning on still doing the close-up show, and if you guys want to come join me on that, I am accepting friends on Facebook right now. Generally, I try to keep my because Facebook tends to have a lot more of my family based stuff, and I try to keep that a little bit separated from what I'm doing here on the Magic Minute, or even with you know, my work, my AP Magic website, and all the work that I do for companies and stuff. I try to keep that separate from my Facebook. But right now, I'm just going, hey, come on in. Just think we all need more friends. And there's been such a breakdown of that family private cycle right now that I'm just like, you know what, it's cool, whatever. So if you want a chance to see my live stream for the close-up show, I don't know when that's going to be yet, but it's going to be soon. It probably, I don't know if it'll be as long. It might be about as long, but I'm trying to routine that out and see what I can do without anybody physically in the room. I've worked on some cute ideas, and maybe I'll like teleconference somebody and have somebody on a iPad. I think is something I might consider doing. But I'll announce all of that probably on the Facebook fan page. And if you guys want a chance to have us do the FaceTime thing where you're kind of the star in the video, helping me being my digital assistant through my iPad, I think we might do something like that. All those details will be on the Magic Minute fan page once I've got all that sorted out. It's going to come. I'm going to do it. There's been enough interest in it that I will have to. But I want to make sure that it's as good as I can make it before it goes out. Thank you for asking, Don. Let's see what else we got. Video is good. I have it in 480p. I had a funny Facebook moment today. Stepped on. Wanted to perform in Japan and record it, but rest in peace, Voldemort. Moiris? I want to know I want to know who Voldemort Moiris is. Maybe I don't. Maybe I should know that, and I don't. Good. I need help with my top change. Yeah. You know the one I show in the video, and I'll give you guys just a little primer, just so because you're here, you're joining me. I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the Hofzinser top change. It's not like a normal top change. the normal top change, you would say like have like, you'd show somebody like, hey, look, the 4 diamonds, and I want you to go ahead and take a look at that card too, and then you'd switch it. You could do that where you're showing somebody one card. Okay, I want you to remember that card, and great, I want you to remember that card as well. And then, of course, they'll have like a different card in mind. There's all kinds of tricks you can do with it. Sometimes you don't need to actually do that sweep, but the Hofzinser is done like with a flick. It's done with a like that, and so you get this really fancy change. And I actually talk about some additional uses for it at the end of the video. So that's my little teaser to get people to watch till the very end. But I think it'll be a good video. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's a little bit slower paced. It's a little bit more relaxing, not as intense. I wanted to go for a little bit calmer. So I think I hope you guys like it. It's an experiment in the format and what I did, but hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Let me go back through here and see what I got. The top changes are super useful, and everybody should know how to use one if they're card people. I was trying to show my grandma how to do a live stream for a church. We later switched to my phone. Apparently, he went live on the church's Facebook page. Whoops! Mea culpa, my bad. Boop, boop, boop. I still use my iPad first generation from 2010 or so. My dad still has an iPad from that era. I had... Hey, Booger. My son just walked in. Hey, I'm on a thing. Can you go in the other room for a minute? I'm doing a video. I think he's going to want to look now that he sees he wants to look. Say hello to everybody.
Hi, everybody. My name is Noble Coletti.
Noble Coletti? You mean Everett Noble Paletti? Okay. All right, go back and see Mommy, okay? Hey, I'm going to be turning this off in just a minute, okay? I want to talk to my friends for a minute before I have to go. Okay. All right, real quick. You're covered in gravy. Oh, he's covered in gravy.
Hey, what that on there?
Oh, yeah, we don't need that on there right now.
It's tiny.
Oh, yeah, it's the LED light, so Daddy looks pretty. But Mommy's calling you. She's saying you gotta go finish your dinner, so maybe you should go do that, okay? We gotta listen to Mommy. She is her word is law, okay? Mommy called you. He's super curious about all this stuff. He'll follow me around. He wants to always, he watches YouTube sometimes, and he thinks it's cool that Daddy's on YouTube, and
Daddy on YouTube.
He's just fast. He's showing interest in the things I'm interested in, so I try to support it, and if he's interested. This is a little thing I read from child psychology something. But if your kids show interest in something we do, and take the time to show them. So
hello, buddy.
That's what I'm doing.
Be quiet. I'm trying to talk to all people.
You're trying to talk to all the people?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're covered in gravy. Mommy asked you to go back and eat your food. So go on. I'll be out there in a minute, okay? I love you. He's a good boy. He's just super curious, and he's been cooped up in the house with all of us. So let me catch up with you guys, because you guys said a lot of stuff, and I'm way past, or you guys are way past me now. Brad Newman is practicing his cylinder and coins as I watch this. Yeah, if it's the same routine that you posted, that's a beautiful routine. Love it. I love it. Something I'd like to do, guys. We're getting pretty heavy into this live stream stuff, and we're all, and our community tends to get deeper and deeper and more integrated all the time. Or more people show up to these live streams every week. We got all these. I'd like to do a thing where I can showcase your talent. So if you're comfortable with it, and you want to share something, Brad was bold enough to share something that he did on the Magic Minute fan page. Justin has shared stuff. If you guys want to shoot like a quick little routine or something, I'd love to feature it in a future video. That's something I'd love to do. If you do that, I'll make sure you get full recognition, get some props going. See maybe if I can come up with some other kind of little incentives or rewards for that too, for the videos I choose. Just a thought. Consider doing that. You can post those on the Magic Minute Facebook page. Maybe that'd be a thing. Let's catch up on what you guys are saying. You guys got so much. You guys are so fast at typing. Maybe I'm just slow at talking. Oh, Burn. Hey, if you're talking about the close-up shows and everything, that's fine. I listen. I put those up. If people feel like donating, I say suggested $5. That's because sometimes people just don't know. People don't know what to tip. It's like whenever you like work as a magician for tips or whatever. People don't know. They're like, "What's an appropriate tip?" I don't want to be rude. I don't want to like underpay, but then I don't like want to like way overpay because I don't know what. So I always put like the suggested amount on there, but it's not necessary to come watch the show. I'm not upset if like, hey, listen, about 1,000 people watched that video, and maybe 15 or 20 of them donated any amount of money. So it's not, and I'm not mad at those other 980 people. I put that up there, and if people felt like it or could, they could donate, but it's not expected. So I would love to have you come join me on the next live stream because, well, if nothing else, you can either watch me soar victoriously and learn something, or you can watch me fail terribly and learn something. But I would love if you were there. It doesn't matter. I'm not worried about that. I don't put those up and then expect people to give me money. That's not why I'm doing it. I mean, it's great when people do, and if you get enough people watching and they can, that's fabulous, and that helps me out. But it's not strictly the intention of the video. So, because honestly, if I was putting this together as something to charge, there should have been a lot more rehearsal done to put that up at a higher level in terms of production and everything. So it was just people that could. So not worried about that. Would love if you come join me. It's not scamming me. It's not taking advantage. I don't view it in that way at all. It just says I tried to watch it, but it was storming here, and the Wi-Fi was basically dead. Yeah, it was storming pretty bad in Texas too, and I thought I was worried about the video feed cutting out. That's why I ended up doing it on my phone. I was going to do it on my computer and have a lot more control over it. I was going to put it on my computer and have an HDMI port going out to my television so I could actually see your people, all the comments and be able to respond and everything. But then I went, actually, there's a bad storm and I might lose power. So at the very least, I could keep the show going with my iPhone instead of having to cut it out. That's why I ended up doing it that way because it was on battery power and not connected to my Wi-Fi. I could do that through the cellular service. So thankfully it didn't, but yeah, that was a bad storm. Alan and I are now officially friends. Yeah, if it's on Facebook, it's official, man. We're Facebook official. Voldemortius, the health issue going on at the moment that I can't say on YouTube or get demonetized. Yes. Yeah, that Mexican light beer. I know what you're saying. Oh wow, Alan, I miss Shakes something in the video. It's because my internet is going to strike. Okay, yeah, that's cool, man. I'm only going to be on here for about another minute or two. I got to close this off. This was just a test for me to see how well it works. I'm glad that we have a test audience here, so you guys can actually give me some feedback, and I can see what kind of stuff is going on, so we can test it real time, and I get the backup or the feedback rather, backup. The magic second, I like that. So I must be the minute, and he's the second. Yeah. And when I get to 60 years old, I'm the half minute because I'm 32. 33 this year, so I'm the half minute. My dad would be the magic minute. My son would be the yeah. If we're going on those terms. Uh, oh, we got somebody from Egypt. Look, we got all kinds of stuff going on. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Reload the video. Be right back. Leave a like, Justin. Oh, thanks, Bern. Hey, Cedric. Cedric's here. Hi, Cedric. Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hi, if you want. Just kidding. Hi, I'm from Egypt. Hello from Egypt. Hi from Egypt. I'm Dad. Message retracted. What do you think about we're gonna call that that affliction. I'm not monetized yet, but we're gonna call the affliction Volder Moirus on the suggestion of one of my viewers. I think it sucks. You know, I'm hoping and praying that we'll be back to business as usual soon. As long as we're being safe about it. That's what I'm really concerned about. You know, I think you know, there were some comments about, and I don't want to get political, but there's some comments about how there's a politician who felt like, well, you know, the elderly would gladly put themselves at risk of contracting and dying of this disease if it meant that they didn't have to crash the economy in the process. And I'm like, that's what? No, ew. I don't feel that way. I feel like yes, the engine, the machine of the United States needs to be back up and running as soon as possible. It was not designed to be shut down, but I want to make sure that if we do it without putting anybody at risk, because that's a no bueno. Because I'll tell you, the not elderly population do not want their nanas and peepaws sick. Okay, and we're happy to be stuck in the house for a couple of weeks. It means that we don't have to um, put our grandparents at risk. So no, that I don't agree with that sentiment I read today. We uh, we love our peepaws and our mimas. So yeah, we'll sit in the house and watch television to protect them. Yeah. Let's see. Do you think it's normal and we just discovered it? You know, I don't know. I'm not. Who am I to say? I'm no expert. I'm a magician on YouTube. When it comes to medical stuff, there are people that are far more qualified to answer those questions than me. Anything I could say would be speculation and talking out of my back end. So I can't comment on that. Um, uh, um, is there a light noise in the walls? There's a light noise on the walls on your camera. Yeah, I've been noticing that too. This little granular thing. I've been noticing that too. I don't like it, but not a lot to be done about it. This is just because it's on my iPad and this is what I got. So um, at least a test right now. So um, Justin's right back at his fabulous, wonderful moderator duties. This is why I made you a moderator, Justin. You were the king at that, and thank you so much. Um, I Egyptian has a lot of questions for me. Yes, I am a dad for real. About to be a dad again, and I'm planning on making vlogs, or I'm thinking about it. But you know, I did a poll of my audience, and they didn't seem like they really wanted me to do too much in that arena. I think that there was some interest, and some people, you know, it was a pretty big poll. I think like 6% of people would be interested in vlogs, and you know, maybe I'll do some and see how people respond. But you know, right now it would just be, look, I'm in the bathroom, look, I'm in the kitchen, look, I'm in the living room. Um, not super exciting. I'd like to be able to take people along with me to gigs and let them see a little bit a little bit of what that looks like, which ain't happening right now. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, we're at the 25-minute mark. This was far longer of a test than I thought. I think I need to let everybody go. Wasn't anticipating being on tonight, and I'm leaving my wife with my very energetic son all to herself, and so I don't think that's fair. I am going till I'm going to do my live stream again like the normal on Friday. I hope to see you guys all there. Make sure you check out my video on Thursday. It's a different one. I don't know how everybody's going to respond to it. Hopefully you'll like it. If you do, you know what to do with all the thumbs uppies and the comments and all the things. I will see you guys really soon. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Friday. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there, and I'll see you in just a short while. Good night, everyone. And now I have to figure out how to turn this thing off.